Okay, welcome to everyone online. We've done a little check-in and we're going to start the class portion. Um, our theme today is going to be heart opening. And I just wanted to say with heart opening, like sometimes it can make you feel a little bit too activated at some points. So I want to give you a tool if when we're doing these heart openers, you need to like go inward and like kind of just turtle shell yourself because literally that's what you do. I would say go into a child's pose if the heart openers get to be too strong. And like another variation of that would be puppy pose or downward facing dog too, if you still want to keep it active. Yeah, or just don't do a particular heart opener that I suggest as well. Um, yeah, and I want to speak my intention too for this class. Oh, and we have a little kitty that might be running around that you may see on your mat or in the screen, and he's causing some ruckus over there. Okay, so my intention is definitely opening the heart as well, and I just want to continue to let all the creative energy in my life flow. And I'm inspired by everyone saying, like, here, because I can relate to that as well. So that's how I feel personally. Let's start seated today. We'll start in a seat. So finding your comfortable seat, and that could be with your legs stretched out like this, or you could be crisscross legs in Sukhasana. Whatever you feel more comfortable with. And then feel your sit bones grounding into the earth, allowing yourself to settle in. And if you feel comfortable, you can allow your eyes to close, or you can just gaze down at the earth gently, allowing your shoulders to drop away from your ears. And checking in with your internal landscape as you start to just notice your breath before we start to control any inhales or exhales. Just notice the quality of your breathing in this moment. And then, from this place of noticing your inner landscape, starting to lengthen your breath, taking a full breath in from the base of your belly, and a deep breath out. Full breath in, and a deep breath out. One more deep breath here. Inhale. And exhale. I think Paco wants to go outside right now. And then gently, let's set a group intention, this heart opening class, hands on your heart. And I love this mudra. This is probably my favorite because it's just the ultimate posture of gentleness and compassion to yourself. But today, especially because we're going to be doing a lot of heart openers, just allowing the weight of your palms to bring you comfort and ease. And this is also a lovely posture to do if you're feeling a little activated in your heart center as well. It provides safety. It provides regulation. And in this special class, it is different from other yoga classes, not all other yoga classes, but we bring in live music. So honoring the sounds, honoring the music that is being created as we create this class together. And let's begin with a round of Om, joining our voices together. And if you would like to, you can also just listen if that's where you're at today. Take a deep breath in. Gently releasing your hands down, letting your hands rest on your thighs, and grab a hold of your knees or your shins, or if your legs are out in front of you, you can just keep your hands here. We're going to do some cat-cow flexions of the spine right now. So inhale, reach your heart forward, and exhale, round out the spine. And we're going to move like this for a little while. So inhale, heart reaches forward, and exhale, round it out. Keep going like this. I feel called to say, so keep following your breath as I'm talking. I feel called to say that we always make sure that we are silent after we chant Om, and it is said in yoga philosophy that the silence after the Om is part of the Om, and it's a very important piece of it to let the sound settle. There's a lot of metaphor there that we need those spaces in between sounds, in between life events, in between postures to integrate and fully allow the benefits of the happenings and postures in our life. Continue like this, following your breath and maybe playing with expanding more, just noticing what it feels like to open the heart and then to turn completely inward in the opposite direction, creating your safe turtle shell. But feeling your vertebrae stretch apart as you move and allowing for this opening. About 3 more full rounds here, following your breath and just allowing yourself to open up. Moving and breathing. Okay, last full round here. And then come back to the center, and we're going to make our way to stand on our knees to start here. Well, we've already started. To continue, we'll say. So bring yourself to the back of your mat, or at least in kind of the back third of the mat. And also, let's do a check-in with the knees. If anyone here needs some extra padding, I have so many yoga mats over here. I'm just going to put a couple over here in case y'all want a second row. Did you want to pad double time? I'll just put it right here just in case, because we may be doing a few more things on the knees, and I want to make sure you're feeling protected here. Okay, so we're standing on our knees. Let's inhale, and everyone actually tuck those toes under just like this. So you're pressing into the balls of your feet, starting to get a nice little toe stretch here. So inhale, reach the arms up, expand, spread your fingers wide. Yeah, activate those hands. Exhale, hands come down. Good. Again, inhale, reach up. And exhale, hands come into your heart center this time. And then just let them flow down with your exhale. Inhale again, moving. Moving meditation here. Exhale, hands come into your heart center. Let them keep moving down, spreading apart and releasing. Last one, just like that, we're going to add on here. So stay at the top, and this time, exhale, keep your toes tucked under, engaging your core here. You're going to bring yourself all the way into a child's pose with the toes tucked under. So starting to feel a little more stretch in those toes. Take an extra breath here. You can kind of rock from side to side to notice how those hip flexors are feeling. Good. And then come to the center, gaze forward. Option to bring your hands onto the coming onto the fingertips in those jellyfish hands. And then you're going to slink your way all the way onto your belly. So perhaps you stick your hips up and your chest close to the ground as you wring out those shoulder blades. Good. And then inhale, come into a baby cobra. Just light on the hands here and bringing them underneath the shoulders. Exhale, fold. Good. At this point, your toes are actually untucked as you come into cobra. We're going to do this a few more times. We're going to get chances to practice. Don't worry. Okay, so now tuck the toes under. Press back into that engaged child's pose where your toes are tucked. And then walk your hands all the way back to your knees. And inhale, arms reach up. Come back to stand on the knees. Exhale, hands into your heart. and we flow like this. Inhale, reach up. Okay, so you're engaging the core a lot. This is like our core work as you're reaching forward. Try and keep your hands by your ears. This is tricky. My toes really want to get untucked. And palms, I know, and it's okay if you kind of plop at the bottom. You're close to the ground, don't worry. Okay, so hands stay flat or coming onto your fingertips. And yes, I like these adjustments with the forearms too if your wrists are bothering you at all. Okay, and then you're gonna slink your way forward, coming all the way onto your belly. Tops of your feet touch the earth now. Engage your legs, hands come under shoulders. So come into that baby cobra, perhaps you come a little higher. If you want more engagement of your back body, maybe you hover those hands a little bit. Squeeze your shoulder blades together, remembering our group intention of an open heart. Exhale, fold. Once again, tuck your toes under, engage your legs, press back into that active child's pose. Hands reach forward, toes tucked. And then walk your hands all the way back to your knees. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, hands into your heart. One more full round like that. Follow your breath. Inhale, reach arms up and out. Exhale, engage the core. This is our core work as you slowly, see how slow you can lower. And actually, as I'm doing this, it's okay if you come to the tops of your feet right here. Just tuck your toes under when you get down. I'm like, is that even possible? Okay, as you're gazing forward, you can come onto your fingers or not. You get to choose. And then slowly slink your way all the way onto your belly, bringing the tops of your feet to the earth. Engage your legs. Hands are under shoulders. Inhale into your variation of cobra so you can come up a little higher, or you can play with the strength aspect and maybe lift your legs and your arms and squeeze those shoulder blades together. Feel your strength here. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Good. Tuck toes under. Let's press one more time back into that active child's pose. We're going to switch it up here, though. You made it through that first flow. Beautiful, beautiful. Feel your body opening and start to rock your hips from side to side once again, just stretching out those hip flexors. Deep breath in. Full breath out. Good. And then gaze forward once again and make your way into a tabletop position. Toes still stay tucked under. And your hands are going to be under your shoulders, your knees under your hips. Yeah, we're doing a lot of knees at the beginning here, so just make sure you have the protections you need for your knees. Okay, so root through your left hand, and then reach your right arm up and open. And this is going to be active at first, and then we'll hold it, so follow me. Inhale here as you lean back, open the heart. This is another chest opener. And then exhale, you're threading the needle. So you're threading your right arm underneath your left, but just hover here, engaging the core. Beautiful. Inhale, reach up and open. Spread your fingers wide when you get to the top. Yes. Exhale, reach under, twist and reach. Good. Inhale, lift up one more time. Lean back. Open up the chest, and this time you get to hold it. Exhale, thread that arm underneath and allow your right shoulder and right ear to come to the earth. Now there's a few variations on this one. So hold this for a moment and just experience the posture. Inhale deeply. Exhale fully. And then from here, what I like to do if I want more of a twist is press into my left hand to twist myself a little more to the left. If you would like a little more fancy things here, you can lift that left arm and maybe bring the back of your hand to your low back. Maybe you grab your right thigh if it's there. All of our bodies are different. All of us need different things on different days. Okay, another option just for fun is extending that left leg back, bringing the ball of your foot to the earth if you want that. And the final option is to play with hovering that foot. I'm actually going to chill in the first variation, but you get to choose your own adventure here. So whatever you would like to do. Wherever you are, there's different benefits. There's different benefits in each one. Feel what feels good to your body. Take one more breath. Exhale. If you have your leg lifted, slowly lower that foot to the earth. Slowly lower your knee to the earth. Unwind the bind that you have, and everyone meet with that left hand on the earth. Good, you guys. Okay, press down through your left hand so much that you rise up. Reach your right arm up, lean open, spread your palm wide, and exhale, tabletop pose. We made it back. Let's do 3 rounds of cat-cow just to even it out. Inhale, arch your spine, gaze up. Exhale, tuck your chin, press into those palms, turtle shell here. Inhale, back bend, reaching your pelvis and your heart open as you gaze up. Exhale. One more round like that. Inhale, reaching pelvis up, squeeze your shoulder blades together, gaze up, and exhale. And then gently bring yourself back to a neutral spine. Let's move to the second side. Just take a moment to notice how your body is shifting and changing with a deep breath. Okay, root through that right hand and then lift your left arm up and open, and we do some of the repetitions here where we don't quite hold yet. So on your exhale, you're going to thread your left arm underneath your right and just hover here, twisting, using all of your strength. Inhale, open up, lean back. Exhale, twist and reach. Use your core to hold you. Your right elbow is bent here. Last one. Inhale, up and open, lean back. Feel your shoulder blades open in your heart. Exhale, reach under. And this time, allow your left shoulder to rest on the earth. Allow your left ear to rest on the earth. And then press into your right palm and feel that twist. Breathing in and out. Okay, so we have variations. You can choose to stay here if that feels good. Or, if you'd like to go a little further, you reach your right arm up, balancing on the side of your left ear. The side of your ear. The left side of your head. There's the sentence. And your shoulder. And then, if you'd like to go further, you can come into that bind by bringing the back of your right hand to your low back or grabbing a hold of the left thigh. If you would like more challenge here, you can bring your right foot back, bringing the ball of your foot to the earth. And then the final variation I'll offer is to lift that right leg. Now, it really helps with balance here because I've fallen over so many times in this posture to turn that right hip down. So keep the hip level while you're lifting the leg. Otherwise, hold whatever posture you're in. I'm going to be in the first variation up here. Breathing in, breathing out. Beautiful, you guys. That looks amazing. Good. One more breath. And if your leg is lifted, slowly lower the foot to the earth first. Nice catch. That was awesome. Nice control. And then the knee to the earth. Good. Coming out of it slowly, step by step. If you have the bind with your right arm, you're going to slowly bring your right hand back to the earth, coming into that first position we started in. And then from here, pressing into your right palm, slowly lift yourself all the way back up and open, lean back through that left arm one more time. And exhale, left hand comes down. 3 rounds of cat-cow to integrate all of that movement. Inhale, gazing up. Exhale, rounding out your spine, tucking your chin. Inhale, gazing up. Exhale, round it out. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Bringing yourself back to center, and from here, make your way into downward facing dog or puppy pose if that is in your practice. Okay, so we've already done a lot of heart openers in different ways. So everyone, either bring your feet to the outer edges of your mat and turn your toes in slightly and then press your feet away. So we're stretching out the low back. We're making sure we get a good counter stretch here. If you're in puppy pose, you can bring your knees to the outer edges of your mat and pull those apart. So you're basically widening your sacrum here because we've done some back bending and we want to continue to have a counter stretch. Yeah. And bend into your knees here as well so you can really get a nice stretch in your pelvis. Nice adjustment, Phil. Awesome. Good, good, good. All right, so if you're in down dog, walk your feet about hip width distance. We'll come to the regular variation of down dog here. And then gaze forward and roll yourself into a high plank. If you're in puppy pose, you're just in plank pose on your knees, rolling forward, or forearm plank if you need a variation for your wrists. Exhale, down dog or puppy, coming back. Inhale forward, high plank. Or on your knees, you can always do it on your knees. Exhale, back, down dog or puppy. Good. One more, just like that. We're gonna do something different when we get to the top here. Inhale, plank. Everyone lower your knees and lower all the way down to the earth. Okay, so you can come into good old-fashioned cobra pose. If it is accessible for you, you can either just bring your hands to your low back or you can interlace them behind you. Let's start with left thumb on top. We'll switch it later. Yeah, and then you're gonna pull your shoulders away, engage your legs, and then lift that torso up. If you'd like, you can also lift your legs. Yes, feel your strength. Open up the heart and tuck your chin slightly. Yes, there it is. Inhale. Exhale, release, release, release. Hands come back underneath your shoulders. I know that's an intense one. Tuck your toes under. And then press yourself up through your knees and come back to your variation of down dog. That could look different for everyone. And now let's bend that right knee a lot and stretch into the left heel if you're in down dog. Take a deep breath. Exhale. If you're in puppy pose, you're just shifting your hips from side to side. And then bend into the left knee, press into the right heel here. Nice calf stretch, deep breath. Good. And then come back to center. On your inhale, gaze forward at your hands. And actually, before we step forward, let's root through our left foot and come into three-legged dog or three-legged puppy pose. You can do it on your knee as well. Good. Exhale, hug your knee into your nose. Bring your shoulders over your wrists and gently step that foot forward. Coming into a low lunge, drop that back knee down. Good. Make any adjustments. Usually I have to scooch my back knee back a little bit just to get into that hip flexor a little more, but just notice. And now, let's think about, in this posture, how can we open our heart? Let's roll our shoulders away. We're bringing this principle into every posture that we do today. Good. Tuck those back toes under to give yourself a little more stability. Yes, awesome. Okay, from here, inhale, reach your arms up. This is also a balancing pose. So find a drishti or a gaze point that isn't going to move and keep your focus on it. To open the heart, it can help to find something that's a little bit higher on the wall. And then from here, you're going to bend your elbows. Maybe first finger and thumb come together in Gyan Mudra. And then squeeze your shoulder blades together as you reach your heart forward. Inhale. Exhale, squeeze together just a little more. Inhale, reach all the way up. Amazing. Exhale, hands come to frame your right foot. Lift your back leg, and let's take an extra breath here. So now find the heart opening in this posture, even though it's not a heart open centered posture traditionally. But how can you open your heart more? Maybe you lift your gaze. That can help. Thinking about how we can bring this into every area of our life. One more breath here. And then exhale back, downward facing dog or puppy pose. Let it go. Always an option to rest in child's pose if this is too much. Okay, so now I'll offer a vinyasa option if you would like that. So hold here, rest in child's pose, or come with me. Inhale forward, high plank. Exhale through your knees or just through a push-up if you're feeling it today. Come to your belly. Let's interlace our hands the opposite way, right thumb on top this time. And then lift everything up if you would like that. Any variation of this I welcome, by the way, y'all. One more breath. Exhale, release your hands, release your torso down, hands under shoulders, and tuck your toes under. Press it up and back, downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Full breath out. Let's take one more breath like that. Just let it all go. Okay, so you're either in down dog or puppy pose. Lift your left leg up wherever you are, three-legged something. And exhale, hug your left knee in towards your nose, roll shoulders over wrists, and gently step that foot wherever it naturally lands, lowering your right knee down. Set yourself up before we lift up. How can you open your heart more in this posture? Rolling the shoulders away, gazing up, making any modifications you need to in order to find this posture with more comfort and ease in your body. Okay, from here, what can also help with balance here is squeezing this front heel back as you squeeze your back knee forward, so as you're getting like kind of a resistance here. Okay, finding that, maybe trying it out if it feels good, and coming up. It feels hard a lot when I do that, really. Good is a relative term. Feels strength building, I would say. Good. So bending into that front knee, finding that alignment, finding your drishti or gaze point, and making any, I know this is a beautiful but hardwood floor, so please pad that knee if you need it. And then bend those elbows, Gyan Mudra. This is a mudra, hand posture for focus. So taking that with you. And then squeeze your shoulder blades together. Feel your heart opening in this posture. Feel a line of light coming from your heart center. Gaze is up. Deep breath in. Exhale, sink a little deeper. We're almost out of here. Inhale, reach all the way up. Exhale, release your hands down. One more posture here. Pressing through your back foot. Lifting that foot up and then rolling shoulders away in this medium kind of mid version of lunge where it's more engaged. I know this is a strength builder. Deep breath in. And exhale, step it back. Downward facing dog or puppy pose. Now you can move through a vinyasa of your choosing. So vinyasa, what that means in Sanskrit is movement connected with breath. There is a traditional one that exists in a lot of yoga classes, which is the one I'm leading. So just so you know. Okay, if you'd like to come with me, roll forward, high plank. And then lower down through knees or through push-up, come to your belly. And then if you'd like, let's interlace our hands, left thumb on top. We'll keep switching it to get those shoulders open. And then inhale, lift everything up. If you would like that variation, there's a slight tuck of the chin. You guys look awesome. Yes. Exhale, fold, release the hands. Tuck toes under and press yourself up and back, downward facing dog. And those that are in down dog, check in with yourself and notice if you need a child's pose, if you're like, my body needs to move, I'm feeling this, I'm holding the energy. And those that are in child's pose, notice if you would like to meet us in down dog or puppy, or if you'd like to chill in child's pose for longer. We'll take a couple more breaths here. And if you're actually feeling more activated, I invite you to move through one more vinyasa, but I'm going to let people do what they need to do here. And for those that are watching on the virtual realm, I'll do one more vinyasa so people know what I'm talking about. This time, let's just come into regular cobra pose. Doing what you need to do to move the energy in your body. And then let's all make our way back. Downward dog or puppy pose. Just feeling into your body, noticing the shifts and changes you are creating within you in this practice. Let's take one more deep breath here. And then exhale, gaze forward, and you can choose to step, to tiptoe your way to the front, or if you'd like to, take a light hop to the top of your mat. I'm going to walk it today. Feeling that? Good. Nice. Bend in your knees. Bend in your knees enough so that it feels comfortable. And then grab a hold of opposite elbows and just sway from side to side here. Embracing this forward fold. This feels really good to me right now. You know I have a hypothesis as to why. Because forward folds become probably more essential when we do a back bending class. Because it's a counter pose. We need to counteract what we do in this life so we find balance. So enjoy this posture. Deep breath in. And full breath out. If you have the bind with your elbows, release that grip. And then bend your knees enough so that your fingertips can touch the earth. Good. And if it's more comfortable in your body, bring your hands to your shins, actually. Let's check that out, see if that feels good. I'm going to bring y'all into a twist here. So you can do this with one hand on the shin, or you can bring your hands down to the earth. So left hand is going to be on your left shin or on the earth here. And then you're going to straighten out that right leg and bend into your left knee more. So you could be doing this on your shin as well. Your right hand is on your hip, and you're going to twist open towards that right shoulder. So we're getting a hip stretch. You might want to reach that top arm up too. Yeah. So we can do this on the floor or shin, either way, whatever feels better. Good. Lean back, open up. We've been in this sort of formation before. One more breath. Exhale, release, fold forward, let it go. Shake it out if you need to, just swaying from side to side. Let it be free. And then gently come back to center. And let's do the second side. So right hand on right shin or on the earth, either way. Bend deeply into that right knee and start to almost straighten out your left leg. Now, when I say straighten that leg, I always want you to have a tiny bend in whatever leg I'm suggesting that you straighten so that you do not hyperextend. Let's come into the twist. So reaching open, and you can keep your left hand on your low back or your hip or stretch it up and open, leaning back, opening up your shoulder blades. Deep breath in, full breath out. Feel the expansion. Inhale and exhale. Let it go. Let that hand come down. Just shake it out. I like to shake out my knees a little bit. Good. Yeah. Awesome, you guys. All right, coming to center. On your inhale, come up halfway. Hands to your shins or thighs. Reach your pelvis back and now gaze forward. How can you bring heart opening in this halfway lift? Exhale, fold. Inhale, root through your feet, bend your knees and rise all the way to stand, reaching those arms up. Exhale, hands come to your heart. And we'll take a couple breaths here to stabilize. So let's bring one hand on top of the heart center and the other hand on top of that one. And just really feel the weight of your palms sealing in all of this opening. Because while it's important that we open our hearts, it's also important that we protect ourselves from any energy that is not necessary in our lives. Breathing in, breathing out. Coming back to your particular intention. Maybe there's a new one arising within you. That's the beauty of yoga. It can reveal some things that have been hidden within us. Honoring the music. Last breath here. If your eyes are closed, you can softly blink them open, adjusting to the light. And then release your hands down. Let us flow. Inhale, reach your arms up. Let's stretch out the side body a little bit. Right hand comes down to rest on that right thigh, and then reach your left arm over. Roll your left shoulder open more as you stretch towards your right, and maybe allow that right ear to drop. Inhale, both arms reach up. Exhale, second side, stretching over. Turning that right shoulder open a little bit more as you stretch to the left and maybe dropping that left ear. Nice breathing, y'all. Inhale, both arms reach up. Exhale, you've been here before. Bend the elbows, Gyan Mudra. Bringing those shoulder blades together. Feel the opening you are creating within you. Inhale. Exhale, gaze up. Coming into a little bit more of this upper back bend. And then inhale, release, arms reach up. Exhale. Forward fold. Little bend in the knees as you fold forward. Yes. Inhale up. Flow yourself up halfway. Rolling shoulders away. Gaze is up. Stick your pelvis back. So you're basically sticking your butt back a little bit to get a neutral spine. Exhale. Fold forward. From here, step it back into your downward facing dog or puppy pose. Choosing if you need some more groundedness right now and would like to hold this posture, or moving through a vinyasa of your choosing. I will show the moving through in case you forget what I'm talking about. Inhale, forward, high plank. Lower knees to the earth, lower all the way down to your belly. Cobra pose, just regular cobra pose here. Exhale, fold, come forward. Tucking toes under, let's all meet back. Downward facing dog or puppy pose. All right, let's expand on what we have done already. Your body is ready for it. Rooting through your left foot or left knee. You can do this on your knee as well. Reaching your right leg up. Let's bend that right knee, and this time open up the hip, rolling that hip open. And now your right shoulder is probably going to want to come with you, but now press it down so your shoulder girdle is level here. Good. Yes, yes, yes. All right, inhale. Level out your hips. Draw that right hip down. Right leg reaches up. Yeah. And then exhale. Yes, you know where we're going. Hugging that knee in towards your nose and gently stepping it forward. Let's stabilize here for a deep breath. How can you open your heart more in this posture? Yes. I specifically did not give you a cue because I know you know what to do. Okay, from here we're going to come into Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1 pose. So you're going to spin that back foot flat. This is different from Warrior 2, and I'm a little bit picky about this one as a yoga teacher because of alignment and safety in our bodies. So you're spinning that foot flat, but I want to make sure that y'all have hip width distance apart, so your feet usually have to separate a little bit more. Yes, just like that. So root through your feet and let's rise up, and everyone place your hands on your hips for a moment. So your hips should be facing towards the front of the mat. Warrior 2, side of the mat. Relatively. We could talk about that too, but we won't get into it. But front of the mat for Warrior 1. And let's just bend and straighten that front knee a little bit. Yeah. And you might feel a really intense stretch on that back foot too, especially if you've been backpacking or something like that. Good. Yeah, let's just do a couple more here. And next time you find your way with that bend knee, stay. Hold. You're pressing that right hip back. Left hip is pressing forward. There's that energetic pull. And then from here, we lift our arms. Good. Reaching up. Feel your fingers engage. And now let's bend those elbows. Gyan Mudra. Feel your heart opening up. Stay with the bent knee, but exhale. This time, bring your elbows, your forearms together. Inhale, open up. Exhale, forearms and elbows together. I know I'm keeping you here for a while. Okay, this time open up and almost straighten that knee. And then exhale. So we incorporate the whole body here. One more like that. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, stay here. Stay with the bent knee. We have one more posture here. Inhale, open up. But now stretch your arms open and back. And now maybe interlace your hands behind your low back. You are prepared for this. We have been working towards this posture. If it doesn't fit for you to interlace, you guys are all there. You can just reach your arms back, rest on lower back. Gaze up, open the heart. And now from here, you're going to rest your torso on this bent knee or on the inner edge of your right knee, letting your head come down. This is called Humble Warrior. It's a hip stretch. It's a big posture. So breathe with yourself. Know that we won't be here forever. Trust yourself. If you need to come out, coming out. You are your best yoga teacher here. One more deep breath. And then to come out of the arm variation, you're going to lower the interlaced hands to your low back and then let them slip down to the earth. Okay, bring your hands on the inner edge of your right foot. Come to the ball of your left foot and lower that left knee down. Good. Let's heel toe that right foot to the outer edge of the mat. toes are at about 2 o'clock here, heel in. Yeah, there we go. We're going to come into a little stretch. Nice work, you guys. That was a big pose. And we took our time through it too, and I know that quad, I'm feeling it for sure. Okay, you're going to reach down through that left hand, and then really take your time with this. Let it be intentional. Maybe imagine that there's like golden light coming from your fingertips and you're making a circle in the air. You're going to reach your right fingers forward and follow your fingers with your eyes and stretch back. And then hold here. There's a few variations on this one that I will offer to you, and then I'll end up in this one because this is what my body feels. But if you would like to, you can flex your right foot a lot and come to the outer edge of that right foot, but really make sure you're flexing your toes back towards your knee. Yeah, that's going to protect your knee. Keep it in alignment. If it is in your practice and it's right there, you can bend your left knee and grab a hold of your left foot, or just bend the knee. That's how you start to get there, by just lifting your foot up and down. Yeah. Good. One more deep breath here. And then if you have your foot, softly release it. Let it go soft on the ground. Yeah. And then same thing with the arm this time. Imagine you're drawing golden light in a circle as your fingers come all the way back down. Good. Hands stabilize, and let's heel toe that right foot back to center so that hands are framing it. Gentle lunge here. That was a nice intense sequence right there. Okay, listen carefully. You're pressing through your left foot. You're going to lift that left knee, and we are coming all the way back into that down dog with the open hip. So, or your knee is down if you're not coming into down dog, and you're going to come into a tabletop open hip. Lifting your right leg up and then opening up that hip. You can also do this on your knee. I'll show that. Okay, leveling it out and bring the knee down, bring the foot down, come into your down dog or puppy pose, and now it's choose your own adventure. But really, take a moment to listen to your body. What is it that you need? Do you need rest? Do you need to just stay in this down dog? Or would you like to move your body through a vinyasa? Really asking yourself, considering the options, and then choosing what feels right for you. Yeah. Resting. Letting some stillness and silence come through. Looks like we're choosing child's pose today. I feel that too. That is what I would choose. Let's take a few deep breaths, deeply connecting with yourself in this moment. Allowing yourself to settle. Really nice job, y'all. That was a challenging sequence, lots of strength building. And we'll take 2 more full breaths here, allowing the music to wash over you. Okay, on your next inhale, gazing at your fingers, and then slowly make your way back into that down dog. We have one more fire-filled sequence, and then we get to chill and absorb the benefits. So bring your intention into every movement. Bring the intention of an open heart or something maybe more spiritual or emotional that is in you. Just see if you can bring it and focus on that. All right, let's do it. Rooting through your right foot or knee, lift your left leg up to the sky, open up the hip, bend the knee, and then press through that left shoulder so your shoulders are level. Feel that stretch. I like the term hip yawn for this one. It changes. Some people like fire hydrant pose. That's kind of funny. I'm into it. Let's take one more deep breath here. And then reach your left leg up to the sky, level out your hips. Exhale, hug your knee into your nose. I like to rise to the ball of my right foot. That helps me. Gently stepping that foot where it naturally lands. Okay, let's set up for warrior one. So I'm gonna let you guys start to set up without giving you cues, just based off of what we practice on the other side, and then I'll adjust you as you need. And for those watching online, I'm doing it up here. Wow, nice, you guys, really nice. Okay, once you feel stable, squeeze your feet together. Feel that energetic squeeze and let that strength rise you up with your hands on your hips first. Okay, checking it out. Hips are like headlights facing forward. Nice alignment, everyone. Yes, good. I didn't have to say like anything. That's great. Feel that stretch on the outer edge of the foot, on the arch of the right foot. Okay, arms reach up here. Good, and let's bend and straighten that front knee. And we actually didn't do this with our arms raised up, so you can let them come down if you want more of a rest right now. But if you want more fire, it's not going to hurt you to keep them up if you want to. I'm going to keep my hands down. You can choose, though. Choose what's right for your body right now. Good. Follow your breath and feel that alignment. All right, on this next exhale, let's hold it. Reach those arms up, knee bent, and then bend your elbows, Gyan Mudra. Inhale, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Keep the knee bent. Exhale, pulling together, forearms and elbows. Inhale, squeeze shoulder blades together. Open the heart. Feel your heart blossom open. Exhale. Okay, now we add the legs to give you a little break. Inhale, straighten out. But what I mean by straighten is almost straighten your left knee. Exhale, bend it in. This prevents from locking out the knee joint. Inhale, open up, little tiny bend in the left knee. Exhale, bend in. Good. Now keep yourself down, but open arms up, and then straighten arms out, opening up the heart more. Now, bring your opposite thumb on top, which is usually the awkward one, because usually we choose the one that feels more comfortable first, unless you did that intentionally on the other side. And then stretch through your palms, reach your chest open more, and then exhale, either torso on this front bent knee or on the inner edge of this left knee. You get to decide. Maybe you're leaning forward, just letting your head drop. Breathe. This is one of our last really strengthening poses, so allow yourself to be strong here and honor yourself if you need to release the posture. Both are amazing options, listening to your body. One more breath here. And then exhale, let your hands come to your low back first, and then release the grip. Bring hands down to the earth. Bring your hands on the inner edge of that left foot. Come to the ball of your right and slowly drop that right knee down. Now, notice if you might need some padding under that knee and do whatever you need to do to make that happen. It's worth it to get off the mat for a second if you need to. You guys know, I'm very protective of your knees over here. I'm like, Okay, so hands are on the inner edge of this left foot, and let's point those toes towards about 10 o'clock here. Heels in. And I like to make sure that my knee is kind of tracking relatively over that second toe, and that keeps my leg in alignment, and then flexing the foot is the next level of keeping yourself safe here. Okay. Let's do that visualization. Imagine golden light coming through your fingers as you root through your right palm. Stretch that left arm up. Keep gazing at the fingers, feeling that visualization, feeling that opening, and then reach back. Stay here. If you'd like more with that left leg, you can flex your toes and maybe roll to the outer edge. Keep flexing your toes a lot here, though. Yeah, there you go. Awesome, awesome. If you would like that variation with the back leg lifted, you can start to bend your knee. Maybe it's right there to grab a hold of, maybe not. The first step to get there is to just start to lift your foot off the earth up and down. That's the first step. I'm going to stay in the first variation. Deep breath here. And then exhale, release the foot very softly. Let it softly lower. Nice. Okay, same visualization with the golden light. You are magical. Reaching your arm up and over, all the way back down to the front. Nice job, you guys. And then let's heel toe that left foot to the center. Last bit here, almost there. rooting through your back foot, you can lift that knee up and then land. And if you're doing this on your knee, just keep it down. You can slowly swoop that left leg back and then land in this hip opening down dog. So fire hydrant pose, hip yawn. Good. And then reach that leg back up, drop your left foot, and now options. One last vinyasa if you would like it, or a down dog, or child's pose. You get to decide. Whatever works for you. And let's all meet back in child's pose when you're done. Feeling that open heart. Feeling all of the work that you've done. All of the intentions that you have woven into your mind, body, and heart, spirit, whatever you want to call it. Letting yourself rest in some moments of silence, well, not quite silence, but allowing the music to really wash over you as you breathe deeply. Take one more deep breath here. And then slowly lift your gaze, looking at your hands. Just start to walk your hands back to your knees. And then come to a seated pose, bringing your legs out in front of you. And let's make our way into bound ankle pose or Baddha Konasana. Sitting up nice and tall here. Rolling your shoulders away, heart reaches forward. Beautiful. And now, as you start to fold forward, you might move just like an inch, or like a millimeter, and that's fine. But you're gonna lead with your heart and try and keep a neutral spine. So you're kind of sticking your butt back here. And then from this place of folding forward, round your back out and allow yourself to fully drape. We do that to find just a little more alignment in the pelvis and to get into those inner hips more. That little adjustment helps. And now notice if you're holding any muscles in your neck and let your head go. One yoga teacher used to say, imagine your head as a ripe mango hanging from a tree. And I always liked that. It's like, okay, extra juicy, heavy head, let those neck muscles relax. I guess that's how my brain comprehended it. Okay, take a couple breaths here. As you slow the breath, slow the mind, giving yourself permission to surrender to this pose. And then gently start to walk your way out of this one, bringing your torso up slowly, using your hands to help you. Coming back to sit. And then from here, bring the hands to the outer edges of the knees and just gently draw your knees together with the help of your hands. And let's make our way all the way onto our backs to set up for our final posture, deep relaxation. So just asking yourself if there might be anything else you need here. An example might be like a twist. This one might be nice if you just bring one knee over and gaze over that opposite shoulder. Or it could look like any twist. And then softly switching sides, just letting that go, pulling that opposite knee in and shifting over to the other side, gazing over opposite shoulder. And any other postures that might make sense to you. Take one more breath on this twisting side, and then release, allowing yourself to lay flat on the earth, taking up as much space as you might need here, making yourself very comfortable. Bringing yourself into a place of deep rest. Allowing for full integration. This is the pause after the Om of the entire yoga class. So let all the postures work their magic in your body, mind, and spirit. Allowing the music to wash over you. Shavasana. Gently beginning to deepen your breath. Feeling the shifts and changes within you from your practice, and gently beginning to wiggle fingers and toes, making small movements in your body, rocking your head from side to side, awakening into the day. And then, in your own time, hugging your knees into your chest. Then you can choose to roll over to one side and gently press yourself up. Or maybe roll up lengthwise on your mat. And meet me in a comfortable seat to close our practice together. And once you arrive, bringing one hand on top of your heart and the other hand on top of that one. Once again, feeling this mudra of compassion, of gentle touch and love, and letting this seal in the benefits in your body, in your mind, in your heart. And then open your palms, extending your fingers outward. And think about a person or people in your life who might be struggling right now. It's really hard to be human. So sending relief and love to this person or people in your life that might be having a hard time. Just letting all of the benefits, comfort, relief, move through your fingertips towards this person or people. And then sealing it all in, coming into Anjali Mudra, prayer position in front of your heart. Let's close with one more round of Om. Deep breath in. Om. Softly blinking your eyes open, and the light in me deeply honors the light within all of you. Namaste.